3, 2, 1, end of test. King with a go.
Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of Warbird Wednesday. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum, and today they have coiffed me in this hat, which even the staff does not know what this hat is supposed to do or supposed to be worn, but the deal is I wear the hat. So whatever this is, if you figure it out at home and you think there's another way to wear this hat, I am more than welcome to take your suggestion on. I'm going to go ahead and get it off, and there's not much mass to this. We'll see if it will go off camera. Oh, nice catch by the Kevin. Today we're talking about and I'm going to have fun with this. By the way, this is a PBY. But it's something to fill my hands with. It is not the aircraft we're talking about, but a Savoia-Marchetti S.55, the S.55. Now this is a really cool flying boat. One of the ones that, all these weird designs came out of the interwar period from the 1920s to the late 1930s as we were going into the war. And this is one of the coolest ones. So I'm going to throw up a plan view, and Greg can throw one up of the aircraft that we're talking about, the S.55. Now, the thing about this, designer was Savoia-Marchetti, a very famed Italian, a paisano. Hey, a paisano. We're standing in front of the Italy, the boot behind me here. So a good paisano, and what he did is he basically built a flying boat. It had two passenger sections. Now, we've talked about the Germans with the flying clog. This actually looks like a pair of shoes under a wing. It's got two passenger sections, and then it's got basically an inline with two contra rotating propellers, one on either end, and the crew flew the aircraft from an area in the center of the wing. So think about that. That's kind of interesting. I would really love to, and I was doing the research on this, understand they could have a crew of 3 to 4, how people could move around. They had to move through the wing. And a lot of later aircraft, people would, move in the wing. Talk about, for example, B-36 as an example, and these big airplanes are the Zeppelins. You had crew moving all over when the aircraft were in flight. So with this S-55, the passengers were on either side. Now, the Italians at that time were in the hunt in aircraft design. That was essentially the golden age of European aircraft design, and there were all kinds of different airplanes being built. The powerhouses in Germany was really beginning to emerge. You had Great Britain, of course, and then the French and a whole bunch of other folks. This aircraft was introduced in 1926. It was retired in 1945, and then this is a really good-sized build rate. There were 243 of these aircraft built. They're, as I said, they are very, very unique. Now, the type is ungainly, but think about this. In 1926, one of these aircraft, S-55, set 14 world records for speed, altitude, and a distance with payload. So the paisanos were doing pretty good back then. The Italian Air Marshal Italio Balbo, is that another great name? Italian Balbo, did Atlantic crossings, crossed over to South America and other places with 24 of these aircraft. They would fly in these V's, And the V was sometimes called, Kevin, the Balbo. Think about that. That's pretty cool. And with that, I am going to set down my PBY masquerading as an S.55 and worry about my drink here. Now, last week, and Greg is doing the edit. Greg, that was a good catch on that fine print on that can, that there was still like active culture in the can. That thing was so organic that there was a cautionary thing in there for pregnant women and things like that not to drink it because there might be some alcohol in it. So, Kevin, I don't know where you're buying this stuff, but that's pretty scary. Now, this is a Milka, a Soda Roja. La Roja Original at Milka Roja. And then this is fairly new because they've got a Facebook, there's Twitter, and something else on there. There's 190 calories in this bad boy, 45 milligrams of sodium, total carbs 17%, 48 grams of sugar. So when you drink one of these cans, you're getting 96% of your daily serving of sugar. They are proud of the Roja. So with that, now who I'm going to salute today is the Italian, both aircraft. There's this Ferrari movie out right now. I'm going to, they say never put anything in dates, but there is a Ferrari movie out right now with Kylo Ren. We'll probably get copyright struck on that one, but trying to be the Ferrari guy, which I'm having a tough time. I'm using another screen reference for him. But the Italians, in the interwar period from the 1920s to the 1940s, did all kinds of amazing things. They had amazing ships. They had amazing aircraft. They were amazing aircraft designers. Ferrari on the car side, which is later, but they did all kinds of things. And I don't think that Italian engineering and Italian designers across the spectrum, we know about Ferrari as an example, but all the Italian engineers, the Italian designers, and who are part of my heritage, really deserve, they deserve a little credit. So today we're going to go ahead and, maybe, this is not good. Giving the look, it is flat, Kevin. So with that, to Italian engineering, both interwar period and beyond, if you are a paisano, hey, Italia. Ooh, it's red. That's interesting. Yeah, this one's gotten hot. So it is no longer it's not offensive, whatever it is. It's got too much sugar in it, for one thing. But it's not offensive. So, if I were a kid, a young man, I might drink this, but not anymore. I just become a larger Italian person if I drink that, Kevin. Don't even be any larger than I am. So, with that, we talked about Balbo flying the aircraft. They actually, at one point, flew some of the aircraft over to Brazil filled with like coffee and stuff like that, and traded the aircraft and left the aircraft over there, which is one thing I'm gonna tie up with. But the aircraft did make its way into both patrol. It was patrol, maritime interdiction. I can't say at a speed of 127 miles an hour that the thing was a speed burner. So what does that mean? Well, that means if you follow the tech tree out by what we've talked about before, by the late 1930s to any maritime patrol aircraft, this thing the S-55 would have been easy pickings, and they were withdrawn. So by a lot of the aircraft that we're talking about, by 1945, it was toast. It had gone to the big pepperoni in the sky. It was done. But, and some people are going to say, I'm going to get comments, too much comedy, too much levity. But you got to have a little bit of levity with this. And the poor S-55 Very cool design, but it had gone on and they were scrapped. Now, there is one exciting thing, and that is, unlike a lot of the aircraft that we've covered, there is a surviving airplane. And you figure with 243, I thought there would be more, especially in Italian museums, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe there is one in Italy that I couldn't find, but there is a surviving aircraft in a Brazilian museum. One of the aircraft that was flown over there with commodities and then was kind of traded around and managed to survive in South America. So that, as they say, is the end and the epitaph of the S.55. Now, you might be a budding Italian designer, and home, if you are, you can, this, by the way, when I was a kid, I would kill for this stuff. This is build and fly 6 fighter planes. So you can actually, we're going to actually open this up. Look, you can actually build them, put them together, and then fly them, and put the props on them and everything, fly them around. If you have children that have interest in flight, and these things are, they can bang around a little bit, they're not too fragile, get this for the kids. Click on that merchandise link. Jason will happily, after he's done manufacturing these, he will be happy to run down to the post office and send one of these out to you, and you can make some budding aviator happy. Now, we cannot do what we do without the lira, without the cabbage, the cheddar, the dollar bills. And so if you like what you see, give us a donation. We can't keep all these aircraft flying and doing the stuff we do without your generous donations. And you know what? If you have donated, we really appreciate it. If you came across this and you don't mind single take aircraft information videos, historic videos, and that's all we do here, then we're your peeps. So give us a subscription, forward us to somebody who likes aircraft videos. A lot of these videos have done before, so we do try to change it up a little bit. The aircraft have been done before. And so if you like that kind of stuff, forward us to somebody who likes military aviation videos. We would appreciate it. We love that subscription. If you catch us on Facebook or YouTube, give us a comment. Give us a like. We love that kind of stuff. We will respond back, either me or maybe Kevin, or maybe we actually have a guy in our social media area named Fern. Fern knows who he is. Fern, you're going to see this. Maybe Fern will respond back to you, but we love getting those comments and those subscriptions and likes. So please do that. And remember, we have kids' education links on here, so you can download the education guides if you're teaching at home and you want to carry on a little bit more of this stuff. My name is Fred Bell. I am the Vice Chairman of the Palm Springs Air Museum. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
3, 2, 1, end of test. Keying with a go.